Hello, beautiful friends and book lovers. I hope that you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Heather, and here at Heather's Book Review, I love to mainly read and review thrillers, but I will read and review just about anything. And today I've decided to combine my February and my March wrap up because in February, let me look at my notes. I think I only read 2 books in February. Nope, just kidding, 3. I typically average anywhere from 4 to 6 books. That's like an average month for me. But in February, I don't know. I just must have been really busy, I guess. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just combine it because it'll be more books. All right, so what is new in my life? In March, I turned 29, my last year of my 20s. I also fucked around and got a Pisces tattoo. Pisces gang. You know what? We actually have 2 members of our household that are Pisces. Our dog, Finn, who also turned 5. I don't know why I'm saying also. He turned 5. His birthday also in March. So that was fun. Yeah, not a whole ton. If you're new here, I am a teacher and we're in like that final stretch until it's summer break. I'm filming this on March 27th. So almost end of March, almost summer break. I can feel it. I can taste it. And I'm just super excited to be filming this right now because I also have a 5-star book and I'm pretty sure it's my first 5-star read of the year. I just feel like, I don't know, guys, it's been not like, I hate to say like not the best reading year because it's like I'm reading on average what I typically read. It's just the books aren't like doing it for me, especially the thrillers. But I'm happy to say that the book that did get a 5-star is a thriller. I literally just finished it today. I was like, I have to finish this book so I can film my February and March wrap up. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get started. The first book is Cold People, and this is written by Tom Rob Smith. This is also courtesy of Simon & Schuster. Thank you, Simon & Schuster Audio. I listened to this science fiction novel around when we were watching The Last of Us, which, oh my gosh, we're also such a good show. Such a good show. We're also playing the second game right now. By we, I mean my husband and I are playing The Last of Us 2 because I was like, I can't wait for the next season. Like, I need to know what happens. And oh my gosh, I just wish I could tell you guys everything. But like, that would be spoiling it and would be rude. So I'm not going to do that. But it's good. It's so good. We've been playing that. That's also like a reason that I have not been reading as much books because Hogwarts Legacy video game also came out and I was playing that as well. But anyways, I listened to Cold People, and it is a science fiction novel that is dystopian. Basically, these aliens come down to Earth and they're like, all of you, this is not a spoiler, all of you need to migrate to Antarctica and like we're gonna take over the planet, essentially is what it is. So I was feeling some sort of dystopian vibes just because of The Last of Us. If you're unfamiliar, it is like a zombie apocalypse show. So I wanted something in that ballpark and I listened to it and I liked it. I am giving it an enjoyable read. Star-wise, I'd probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. I thought it was really good. It is rather long. It's 12 hours and 5 minutes audio. That's just like the general, I don't know what the general speed is. I think it's like 1.1. I'm not sure. I always listen to my books on like 1.6, 1.7 because I'm crazy. But it is a rather long book. Even though I was listening to it on a fast speed, I still was like, oh my gosh, this is kind of long. But it's really, I liked it. I really liked it. You guys know I don't read or listen to a whole ton of sci-fi. So that was kind of a nice little switch up and treat that I ended up enjoying it. Also in February, this is a massive unpopular opinion. I don't know what the heck is going on, but I feel like everybody loved this book. I also have a dedicated review for it that I will link up here for you. But I read The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. This is her debut novel. I chose it as my February book of the month choice. And I mean, you can watch the video if you want the full tea on why I didn't like this book, but I don't know. I mean, people love it. People love it. That video says it all, but I just felt like didn't have a great ending, didn't have many twists and turns, like just kind of felt repetitive. So yeah, this was not great for me. So on my rating scale, I am giving this a decent but flawed. It wasn't like a chore to finish in the sense that that's like when I really, really, really don't like a book. This book I feel had a ton of potential. It just didn't live up to the hype for me. So, but I feel like because I was kind of enjoying it in the beginning and I was hopeful for, I was hoping that the book would pick up or like just go in like a very unique and different direction. I was enjoying it then, but overall, it's just a decent but flawed. And the third and final book that I read in February was Someone Had to Do It. This is written by Amber and Danielle Brown. They are actually twins. Oh my gosh, are my nails literally so gross right now? And I'm just now realizing this. That's okay. Sorry. Yes, Someone Had to Do It by Amber and Danielle Brown. They actually sent me, Amber and Danielle did, they sent me this book along with a cute little personalized note, which was awesome. This is, I would say, like a cat and mouse thriller. I have talked about this book in another video. I want to say maybe like my January books that I was planning on reading. Eventually finished it in February. It's a cat and mouse thriller with like a millennial kind of cast of characters, if you will. And there's a lot of backstabbing. There's a lot of like, what's the true motive behind everything? So I'm also giving this book an enjoyable read. Star-wise, I would probably give it a 3 out of 5 stars. Moving on to March. Oh my goodness. Talking about long books. Holy smokes. This book, I'm surprised it's not like 450 pages. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, or how I've also seen people cleverly call it Tomorrow times 3. This ended up being a 4 stars for me, or on my rating scale, another enjoyable read. I simply read this because it was the 2022 book of the year. I wanted to see what all the hype is about. And I will say, while I thought it dragged on and on, it felt very long. You gotta keep in mind that I typically read thrillers, and a main reason that I love thrillers is because they are fast paced. And this wasn't. I don't even know what genre this would, like, I don't know. I feel like I know like little kid genres because I teach young literature. I don't know, contemporary fiction. What is the genre? Not sure. Well, there's an adult genre for this, I'm sure. You guys are probably just cracking up listening to this right now. I'll figure it out. But anyways, not a thriller by any means, just like a story following these two main characters. Actually, why am I even talking about it? I'm sure you guys know about it already, but if you don't, it follows the lives of these two friends essentially, and they meet in childhood, and then the book is a lot of like past and present, past and present, past and present, but it's a really good story about just like life and about friendship and like true friendship, and just like how as you know someone for so long, how you take in their characteristics and their like qualities and traits, and just like how you live life with them essentially. I don't know. I thought it was great. I will also say I cannot remember reading a book that was this well written in such a long time. Like, this writing is, I mean, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So Gabrielle Zevin, fantastic writer. I will definitely read more of her books. Oh, my dog's having a little stretch. So yeah, anyways, I don't know if I understand like the full hype of it. I think that's because I don't read a whole ton of this genre. of this realistic fiction, contemporary fiction. I don't know, literally don't know, but I do understand like the writing was so beautiful, so great, like just so amazing. And the story overall was really great too. So that's why I'm going to vote this a go get this book now, simply for the fact that like I do genuinely think it's a really good book. So yeah. All right, switching it up a little bit, of course, going back to a thriller. Thank you, Simon & Schuster, for another audio listen. I was able to listen to The Last Survivors by Megan Miranda. This is actually, believe it or not, my first Megan Miranda novel, which I feel like is crazy since I mainly read and listen to thrillers. This book reminded me a lot of In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead, which is, I definitely do have a full review for that one. I would say I liked In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, oh my gosh, words, more. But this book was very similar in the sense of like, it's a group of like 6 or 7 friends that knew each other in college, and now they're like coming back together and trying to like solve this murder kind of situation. I would give this book a decent but flawed. I thought it had potential, but I wasn't very happy with the ending. I felt like the story, it did get kind of hard following the point of views while listening to the novel too. So that got a little confusing. But overall, it just kind of felt like I've read a book like this a lot of times before. So that's why I'm rating it the way that I am. All right, getting down to the last 2 books that I read in March, and they were both really good. So I finally caved. I finally caved and read this thriller. And like, holy shit, I have so many thoughts. I finally read The Push by Ashley Audrain. If you have been here a minute or even follow me on Instagram, I've been putting this off because I've heard that it's not great for like postpartum or expecting moms or like new moms. And when this book came out, I want to say, let's see, copyright 2021. I had my son in 2021. So in the middle, he's a June birthday. So half that year I was pregnant when this came out, and I was like, I'm not reading it. Like, I'm not reading it. Absolutely not doing it. Even though I was seeing all of the hype for it. And then postpartum, I was like, I'm not reading it. Definitely not. And then now, almost 2 years later, I was like, you know what? Fine. I had a couple extra book of the month credits, and I was like, you know what? I haven't had the best reading year. Like, the thrillers that I've been reading haven't been like blowing my mind. So let me get something that a lot of people really like and enjoy, and let's see if it's worth the hype. I actually thought it was really good. I'm ending up like, it's hard for my reading skill in particular, just like me personally. I feel like I can't say go get this book now because it's so heavy on like the postpartum. It feels very like postpartum psychosis, kind of like, I don't know. Like I was talking to one of my really good friends that I've made through Instagram, and she's like, should I read it? And I'm like, or no, it was basically, okay. So I posted a poll, and then she said that she wanted to read it. So I reached out to her and I was like, do you want to buddy read it? Like, are we trying to read it right now together? And she was like, let me look, oh my gosh, words. Let me look at it a little bit, like see what it's about. And then she heard the same things I heard, that it's not great about like for postpartum. She's like, I don't know if I can do it. And then when I finished it, I messaged her and I was like, yo, good thing you did not read that because it is wild. I'm actually filming a dedicated review for this after I finish this video. So stay tuned for that. I know a lot of you were like, oh my God, yay, you're finally reading it. So I got to film. I got a whole mess of thoughts in my head on that book. But I'm going to say that it was, this also sounds weird saying, an enjoyable read, because like that rating itself, enjoyable, like the book is hard to get through. It's hard. There are some disturbing scenes in that book that I still truthfully like can't get out of my brain, and I wish they would just go away. So it's like one of those books. But I see what the hype is about. It's honestly, it's a good book, but if you're any way going to get upset with like a postpartum setting storyline, like do not even think about reading it. Okay. Is this my first 5-star book of the year? It has to be. It's hard because I'm looking at my laptop right now, but I keep like the notes with my book star rating. This one is, I'm pretty sure it's my first 5-star. You know what? Let me just pull up YouTube really quick. Yay! First 5-star book of the year. Again, went into this book with the mindset of like, what the heck? I'm not reading any books that are like wowing me or like, just come on. So I finally chose to listen to Look Closer by David Ellis. I'm sure some of you are cheering right now because I have been told to read this book for a long time. And oh my gosh, it's so good. I actually listened to it. I bought it with one of my Amazon Audible credits. This is also a long book, 13 hours. But like I said, I listened to my audiobooks on like 1.7-ish speed. So this, did not take me as long. It is so good. This is a thriller that I don't even really want to talk about because I talk about what it's like because I don't want to risk spoiling something. But it's a thriller that when you're reading it, you feel like you know what's going on because you're given information, but then it's like another character's point of view and you're like, wait, what the heck? Like, I'm sorry, what? Did I hear that correctly? Let me rewind it. It's so good. It's like you think you've got it figured out, bam. Think you got it figured out, bam. And that just like goes on the entire book. Like this is a book that I truthfully understand the hype for. So keep in mind, I did listen to it. So I know someone was messaging me. Hold on, let me look it up really quick. I'm trying to find the page count right now and I can't seem to find it, but I'll just put it on text here for you. But if it's 13 hours, that has to be like a longer print book. And I was messaging someone because I posted on Instagram that I was going to read this. And she was like, oh, dang, like that looks like it's a pretty long book. Or maybe that was a YouTube comment. I'm not sure. Anyways, it is worth it. It's worth it. I didn't feel like it was too long, which I don't know if I've even ever said that. Like, I feel like when books are over like 350 pages, I'm like, ugh, God, this is going to take me forever to get through. I'm so dramatic like that, but it's true. This book, though, is worth every word. That sounds weird, but like it's worth, like it should be as long as it is. Let me tell you, like the amount of scenes and just like chaos that ensues in this book, it's such a good thriller. Like this is like a genuine thriller that I guarantee you, if you read it, you're going to love it. So that is my first 5-star book of the year and my only go get this book now in this entire video in all of February and March. So that is that, my friends. Let me know what you've been reading. If you have any 5-star books this year, like let a girl know because I'm struggling finding some. Well, not now. I can't really say that now anymore. Also, oops, just knocked this. Look at how cute this little koozie is. Raven sloshed. Anyways, as always, thanks so much for watching. And I hope you guys have a great reading month in the month of April. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.